Crimechurch, Chong story, Chapter 6, Halfcaste Little Upstart. I'm parked outside Oak to Ocean and I'm not happy with myself right now. Chong will work for pretty much anyone, you name it. I'll do black power shit, I'll do doggies, TAFs, Nazis, but they're all homegrown, they're all South Island, so what the fuck do these Auckland cunts think they are? Walking into CHONG'S song. The 88s aren't paying me to be sentimental, but man, God, I'm finding this pretty fucking hard right now. I like to upset the balance of power, I really do. I like to take orders from wrongdoers and then fucking turn around and mash justice in their fucking face, but these headhunters, man, to me they're like just a corporation. Like big city bullshit. So at Oak to Ocean, there's a receptionist and I tell her I'm here to see Blako. She goes, Blake who? I'm like, I only know him as President Blako. She sighs like she's heard this one before, says I'm welcome to visit him in the Corfi room. She asks if I'm catching up with my old man too while I'm here. Catch up with my old man? I tell her, fuck no. So I walk in and there's three old fellas asleep in gigantic armchairs. This is in the main lounge. There's no mistaking what one's Blako. It's the fellow with green tattoos on his pizza dough neck, earrings stretching out his old saggy ears, the dude with the pink country of scar tissue on the backs of his hands, the dude with a mountain of epitaph merch on his lap like Christmas presents. His face is all red, except for these white streaks where the tears have cooled his skin. He's been watching The Godfather on TV and weeping. End of an era tonight, Blako. Are you here to kill me? He goes without turning. Must have eyes on the back of his head, this dude. I've got to kidnap your ass before I kill you, I tell him. You gonna come out to the car? I'm supposed to chuck you in the boot, Blako. But you're not gonna do that. Is it a fact? Blako has a quilt on his lap with patches stolen from other mobs. His quilt has got a red bulldog, a blue and white fist, a big red patch with a white circle and a Swazi faded to grey that would have been hand-drawn originally. His quilt has got the winged skull of the Antarctic Angels, the Hells Angels, the Nomads patch, fucking hell. Devil's Henchmen are on there, spooky black and white armoured warrior of the Road Knights, Filthy Few, Red Devil's MC, Greasy Dogs, god damn. Blako seems to have a process going whereby he takes each piece of epitaph writer's memorabilia, rests each item on the quilt in his lap, cradles it a bit, runs his finger over it, remembering the beatdowns and the depatchings, then he moves each farewelled piece onto an empty armchair to his right. Right now he's caressing a stack of dusty vinyl records. Seems the TAFs had a house band and they actually recorded something. The album's called 1% Troublemakers. That's something different. Don't know if you'd ever see the Heads making music. No wonder he's surfing old memories. This boy's taken that gangbanging confidence to the grave with him, he seems to think. Well, King Kong Chong can bring him to his grave real super quick if he doesn't show some respect. Bro, you gotta say goodbye to your friends again in the fucking silence, prospect. After a puff of his inhaler, taking the quilt off his knees real slow, Blako rises till he's at the same level as me, the old fucker. Pyjamas on his top and bottom halves, plus bunny slippers and a stench like inside gumboots. He doesn't do your traditional staunch folded arms. Blako links his hands behind his back and presses his big ball of a belly close to mine, letting out a big whoopee cushion from his munted, wheezing lungs. Up close, we get to see a neck that must have grown almost a foot wide when he hit his 60s. Skin like wet wallpaper. Tattoo of a Grim Reaper on his throat. Eyes that hide in the backs of black sockets so he can look backwards out his skull for people creeping up on him. And, fuck me dead, the cunt's got false teeth in. You didn't take all them patches yourself, I tell him, nodding down towards his merchandise and the patches sewn into his quilt. Or did you actually rip all them patches off, niggers? The breath he'd blast me with stinks like the rotten insides of gumboots. That's the result of hard work you're looking at, son. I stood over every cunt in the city, boy. His thick eyelids, folded like little stacks of pancakes, flicker as he studies Chong'S face. "Oh yeah, I got you marked. I stood over your dad, you half-caste little upstart." Shit, was that Blako? I remember when I was little, 8 bikes ripping up the front lawn, bikers rattling, jackets and chains clomping down the hallway, offering my dad a one out when I was trying to watch G.I. Joe and eat my Frosties. I realised that the source of all authority in the world isn't one big man with a temper, it's 8 big men working together. I remember I switched off G.I. Joe and I watched the real life soldiers and I thought to myself, I want me some of that. But then was then, now is now. I pressed my forehead against his. I have to stand on my tippy toes a little to do it. God damn, this old boy is a big unit. He would have been like a walking refrigerator in his prime. Now, I don't respect any cunt in the entire world, but Blako, this old man, tough to the end, he almost comes close to earning my respect. He knows I could end him in a single uppercut, and here he is, chin to chin, solid to the end. Almost makes me think maybe I'm not the first person to have named himself hardest cunt in Christchurch. Time to move, however. I'm about to grab Blako's old Grim Reaper throat and pop it when he breaks attention. I'll walk, he goes, pressing the off button on the remote control, grabbing just one thing, his jacket. He gives a chin up to the girl on reception who's juggling 2 phones, doesn't seem to mind him walking out in his slippers and jammy jams. The sun is bubbling low, and Blako takes a look around blissed out Brindwa, the hedges, the fountains, the gentle breeze. Reality hits him, and he stops walking. "You'll bury me in my patch." It's a statement, not a question. He's still a shot caller, this boy. "My car's over there. Go." "That ain't a car, boy. You need yourself a ute. We had us an epic ruckus in the back of a ute one night. We had some 61s showing us some disrespect. Walked right up to their gates. We did 5 of our best on 5 of theirs." I reached the driver door and popped the trunk. "Just get in the boot, Pops." "Before you kill me, son, I'm offering you a one out." I have to shake my heavy head and walk a circle, sneering all the surprise and alarm and disgust and shame out. Fuck. I've caught feelings for this old piece of shit. I can barely bring myself to smack him. One out, eh? Goddamn, Prez. I almost called you Prez there. Goddamn, Blako. I don't know about this one out thing. I have to light a smoke and shake my head. A laugh erupts from me like a sneeze. I don't want to hit you. My orders say to just, kidnap you a little. So let's just do it, alright? Quit holding me up. Blako rests against the frame of my mum's car. "Keep talking." Alright, what's happened is these Auckland niggers patching over the taffs. All they do is whack people, man. They'll send pussies to whack out solid players in their sleep, and it's not really my thing, eh? Disgraceful, ain't it? You don't want that. Listen, come here. He shows his age by pulling my collar and dragging my ear into his lips. "Right now, I can name 6 boys who aren't at the patch over. 6 solid boys ready to fuck Auckland up. So can I count on you, Halfcaste? Or is a few bob more important to you?" My eyes dart side to side. Daylight is gone and everything's indigo. Dark houses, shut curtains. A nurse is nervously peering out of oak to ocean to see what we're up to. "Come on, son, enough dilly-dallying. We'll pick us up some Harris boys, couple of nobles, come on." He's wheezing with excitement. He pats inside the vest under his dressing gowns and he finds his tobacco pouch. He rolls his smoke, still wheezing. "You ain't just gonna let Auckland walk in here and fuck us up the arse, are ya?" I look away for a sec, and that's when a train collides with my legs, bowling me into the side of the ute. I slither down, almost crying. I drop my guard, and Blako has landed 5 bunny slipper toes into my cock region. It's the second kick to the cock in the last hour. Chong is slipping, man. Gotta keep my guard up. Blako kneels over me. His dressing gown slips open and dangles over my face. His cotton pajama bottoms stink like a highway toilet. Still, he's the one on top, looking down at me. "Give me the keys, fetch the boys, they'll be up for a war."